Awesome. Okay, so we are here today to present for COM 225. We have Brandon Hicks, I'm Rachel Strong. We have Catherine Hines, Dre Wright, and Ashley Miller. So, running, biking, hiking, and swimming are all good for our health and the development of our bodies. Staying active and fit increases our energy and makes us feel good all day long. But what if I told you that sleep should also be a competitive sport? Sleep deprivation is becoming a huge health epidemic across America, and it has a lot of effects that you might not know of. In today's society, we often brag about how little we sleep. But why? When we don't sleep, our bodies don't have the time to restore, rejuvenate, and be ready again for whatever's ahead. In order to best protect and nourish our bodies, we first need to understand what sleep is and why some people don't get enough sleep, what the long and short-term health effects are, and how we can get enough sleep. So first, what is sleep? It consists of 4 stages, each of which contributes a vital role in the restoration of our body for the next day. The first stage is only a few minutes. Your muscles relax, and you're easily awoken. The second stage is the onset of sleep. So your body temperature is going to drop, your heart rate's going to slow, and your muscles are going to relax. The third and fourth stage are the most important. This third stage is usually around 20 minutes, and this is when your muscle and your tissues are repaired, your energy is restored, and your brain flushes out all the unnecessary information to repair its cognitive function. The last cycle is called the rapid eye movement cycle, or the REM. This is when your body becomes paralyzed, when your brain becomes almost as active as if you're awake, and when you're going to get a lot of your dreaming. This entire 4-stage cycle happens 5 times during the recommended 7.5 to 9 hour resting time for average adults. Now that we understand a little bit about what sleep is, Catherine is here to tell us reasons why most people don't get enough sleep.
Not getting enough sleep is unfortunately a common reality for most adults today. We are prone to the demands of our rigorous work and school schedules, and unfortunately let our sleep patterns fall behind. Specific reasons for lack of sleep involve work or school, stress, anxiety, health issues, medications, and even too much TV. Sleep is a serious necessity to life that many people tend to brush off as something they can do without. Unfortunately, serious health issues can occur if sleeping becomes an aftermath rather than a priority. To start off talking about why we lose sleep, let's look at common things that one might do. For example, as you can see in the slide, TV binging is a main cause of this. We can get idle and just turn on that TV and not really know what to do. Next, we can overuse our cell phone. And this is another form of entertainment use that happens. Another problem that one might have is overeating. You may get really stressed out and just start to binge and not realize the active stimulants that overeating can cause. And a final thought on that is work habits. If you work where you live, you may not have that ability to relax and fall asleep easily. On the next slide, if Brandon can just go to that, there are a few more issues that you may have that would cause the inability to sleep. This includes alcohol or drug consumption, as well as over-the-counter medications that may cause you not to be able to rest your mind at night. Another big problem is anxiety. In this photo, you see this guy with like all these scribbles coming out of his head. If your mind is too preoccupied, you may not have that ability to let it go and find the urge to rest. So again, just to reiterate, since we understand a little bit about causes of sleep deprivation, we can better understand the short and long-term health issues that arise when we deprive our bodies of it. Here to talk to us now is Dre about the short-term health effects of sleep deprivation.
Thank you, Catherine. So some of the short effects of sleep deprivation are anxiety, which is a constant emotion or fear or being worried about everyday life and your surroundings. It can also cause drowsiness, which becomes dangerous while operating the vehicle, as well as not being able to remain focused. It also causes you not to be able to pay attention to the work at hand and not able to respond appropriately. This can also cause an effect on relationships. The ability to keep a relationship together is affected by constant distractions. It can also include numerous health issues such as obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, which are common health issues related to sleep deprivation, which this topic will be discussed in further detail by Ashley. Sleep deprivation can be caused by numerous things such as stress, medical or mental issues, or a sleeping disorder. I have explained the short-term effects of sleep deprivation. Next, Ashley will discuss the long-term effects associated with sleep deprivation.
Thank you, Jure. As mentioned previously, a lot of people suffer from sleep deprivation. It's actually as many as 1 in 3 adults. Some effects of the long-term sleep deprivation can be obesity, heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, depression, lower sex drive, and also lower testosterone in men, and difficulty conceiving. When you are lacking in sleep, your body doesn't make the hormone leptin, which is the chemical that makes you feel full. Missing out on deep sleep can cause type 2 diabetes because it changes the way that your body processes glucose. Long-standing sleep deprivation is associated with increased heart rate and blood pressure and higher levels of the chemicals that cause inflammation. It also reduces the production of reproductive hormones, and chronic insomnia may increase risk of a mood disorder. When you are constantly lacking sleep, you are 5 times more likely to develop anxiety and 20 times more likely to develop a panic disorder. Next, Brandon will tell you tips on how to get a better night's sleep.
Thanks, Ashley. As we have learned, there are a lot of effects that can negatively impact your sleep, but I'd like to talk to you about a few tips that can help you ease into a restful slumber. As you'll see here on the slide that I have prepared for you, I have a few tips that are great for you. Let's see, I'll share my screen right here. The first that we have is counting sheep. Now, a lot of you have heard about this before. When I'm in bed and I'm trying to get to sleep, I'm trying to de-stress my mind, and so I want to make sure that I am doing everything possible to get into a lulled sense. So while I'm lying in bed, I'll make sure that I lay there, have the curtains drawn, and it's perfectly black in my room. I have no light coming through, and then I can count. The effect of counting sheep can draw you into a slumber by just kind of boring yourself to sleep. When you're counting sheep, you're literally just counting up until as high as you can go until you literally pass out. And most of the time when I'm counting sheep, it takes me probably about 20 minutes to go to sleep. It never takes too long. The second option that I have is melatonin. Now, there are pros and cons to melatonin. Pro is that it's a natural sort of chemical that you can put in your body. A lot of my friends have tried melatonin, and it helps them get to sleep very easily. I know the recommended dosage is between 3 and 5 milligrams before bed. I myself take 5 milligrams because I am a heavy sleeper. So I definitely like to get to sleep as quickly as possible. It is natural. It doesn't really have any side effects, and it can help get you into the spot where you need to be so that you can rest easy. A con is that it is a supplement, and a lot of people have an issue with taking something before bed or taking any type of supplement at all. But I can assure you it is natural, and so it would be a great idea for you to have something that can definitely make your sleep easier. The third option that we have here is night shift mode. Now, this is an option only for iPhone users. This is not something that Android users can have. The beauty of night shift mode is that it changes the color of your screen. So right now I'd like to show you a little bit of how to do this on my iPhone. So on my iPhone, you see here that we go to General. It may be hard for you to see it. General, and then Display, which is... Guys, I'll know where it's at when we get to the actual thing. I'm going to try and do screenshots so that I don't have to show it, just so you know. So we go to Settings, Display and Brightness, and Night Shift. You can see here that I have my night shift set from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. What night shift does is it changes the colors of the screen on your phone to a more easy light for your eyes. It's a blue light or an orange light instead of a bright, harsh light that goes against your eyes. And I'll share my screen one more time so you can see an example of it here. Right there, it's a little more orange than normal. And that definitely will help you guys with easing into sleep. I know I definitely like to read some news when I'm going to bed or catch up on Facebook. And the best thing to do is to change that mode, because that bright light is not going to help you get to sleep very quickly. So now that you understand a little bit more about the sleep cycle and the short-term and long-term effects that sleep deprivation can have on you, we hope that you'll be more well-informed and that you will get a restful sleep every night that you go to sleep. Hopefully, it's been your pleasure to hear from us today. It's definitely been our pleasure to present to you and inform you. Please share this information with your peers and have a wonderful week. Once again, we are Group 5 from COM 225. Here are our references. We had Rachel Strong, Brandon Hicks, Ashley Miller, Jeray Wright, and Catherine Haynes. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.